Everyone can make it if they try. I'm a black man. How about the time I sold 6 cars on the same day and was fired because they didn't want to pay me the bonus for the day's work? It was May 31st. I called my girl at the time and told her she was going to have a great birthday because her birthday was on June 1st. Instead, I came home unemployed. Oh, they fired my boss as well. But they hired him back later, but I lost my job. I had to give him a ride home because they took his demo as a manager. Or how about the time I was demoted as new car sales manager after winning the Center of Excellence Award from BMW? No one had won it before that year, but I was demoted. I was given the title of Internet Director with a 10% override over the department. That department was doing $12,000 to $13,000 monthly for quite some time, so they figured $12, $13, no big deal. I shortly generated and took that, after taking over the department, I took that department to $87K. And they didn't pay me the bonus. And then they dissolved the department. Or how about the time, I was finally given an assistant, like the leading salesperson in the USA for BMWs, and within weeks' time, I sold 5 cars in one day. The deal was, my assistant, he couldn't leave for 6 months. On the next business day, they allowed him to go onto the sales floor, breaking the 6-month agreement. I wasn't able to get another assistant. They refused to honor the deal. The assistant quit within a few months after he realized the magic we had that day wasn't his. Then the other saleswoman got a second assistant, and I had none. They wouldn't give me one. Or how about the time I applied for a job with a health club? I had sales and managerial assistants, but all they had was a role as a janitor and a towel folder. Oh, but how about the time when I applied for a BMW store in Iowa? After 9.5 years in Beverly Hills, selling to the rich and famous, instead I was threatened with a 45 and a baseball bat. Or how about the time I was doing a favor for a young black woman who asked me to take a evaluation test that would give you a tier and highlight what your work interests were. She cut out in the middle of the test. Another white woman came in and changed my score to lower my tier from 1 to 2. She didn't know, as a manager, I'd done many reports, similar reports, on that spreadsheet, Excel spread report, and understanding that if you change information, it will not line up. All the numbers won't line up. If you make one mistake, I actually make reports and present them to customers. So I couldn't make a mistake. It was tedious work, but I couldn't make a mistake, because if I made a mistake, then if I corrected it, it's going to be off. And my boss let me know the first time I did it, it was a couple of mistakes. I didn't think it was a big deal, but he made it known that it was a big deal. So I had to take my time and do it. It wasn't a hard thing to do, but it just took a lot of time because you couldn't input the wrong numbers. Once you hit enter, and it was the wrong number, wrong calculation, then I had to do the whole thing over again to make it look right. So I had this experience, and those numbers were off. So, and just a few off to just bring me just below tier 1. Gold, I think it was. Gold, silver, bronze, whatever. But I was in the second tier instead of being gold. And I can tell the numbers were changed because I saw the numbers were off. I don't want to make a big deal about it. So I just walked out. But that information was changed. Okay, I have another situation for you. How about the times I was denied rental options when I made 6 figures income for over 6 years with good credit? Oh, wait, there's more. When I finally was in a position to buy a home, I was placed in a subprime loan with good credit. But they had, narratives that all the people who were buying homes they couldn't afford. When in fact, it was the subprime loans that made many people fall short. Interest rates 10%, when it should have been half of that. Big difference in your payment. There are many more times my efforts to make just good days work were taken. Oh yes, what about the time when I was the first day on the job as a waiter, San Jose Live, when a large group came in the middle of the day, sat in my section. A woman, let's call her Karen, decided to take my area. I didn't want to make a scene, so I waited until she took the drink orders and came inside to place, the orders that she had started taking, or filling the orders for the drink orders. And I asked her, what are you doing? She immediately attacked me, trying to scratch my face. So I grabbed her by her wrist to stop her from scratching me. She got me once, scratching my face. The manager called the police. And he and the police officer came to the conclusion that I had assaulted her because she had marks on her wrist. Never mind what was on my face. I was forced to resign. The police officer said, either you resign or I'm going to take you to jail for assault. I was homeless at the time, living in a hotel. Yeah, all that was my fault. Then I see this house ninja talking. I'm sorry, I said I wouldn't cuss. I'll edit that out. I see this house ninja talking. I won't say no names. I'll wait till I see him. Then, use my words of freedom to tell him man to man what I think of his opinion. Tell me what you think. Like, comment, share, follow or subscribe. Thank you for your time.